There are a lot of knowledge workers right now who are building with AI and trying to create systems to help them automate and streamline their business. They're purchasing prompts, skills, chaining plugins together, but they never take the time to think what's actually contained inside of the skill or inside of this plugin. Is it going to do what I personally needed to do for my business? And even when they're building their own, they're vibe prompting and they're essentially telling the model what they want done. And while that is a good method to build prompts, skills, plugins that you can use for your business, a lot of times the models will not follow your directions and you have no way of knowing until after it's too late. Ask me how I know. I ran into that same problem last night because one of my favorite plugins just felt off to me lately and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And so I did something new. I asked Claude to draw me a diagram of the plugin, where all the files went, where all the skills work together, what connected to what was the order of operations, and it gave me this interactive dashboard that allowed me to quickly see what was right and what was wrong and what was confusing, what was overlapping, what was redundant. It just let me see everything at a bird's eye view. And so now before I ever start building another skill or plugin, I'm always going to try to build it visually first and then write it afterwards. If you don't know who I am, my name is McClain, and I help entrepreneurs like you use AI to save time and grow their businesses, because I believe that we should not be spending all day in front of our monitors using AI, and we should be using AI less. But in order to do that, we have to use AI best. And for that, we need systems. If you want to get access to any of the tools that you see me use today, I'll put a link in the description. They'll either be a part of the content engine kit or a bonus that you get when you purchase it. And FYI, you can watch this video, take notes, upload it to Claude and ask Claude to build this for you. And I'm pretty sure it'll do a really good job. But if you want the version that I created personally with my kit builder mats and everything else that I put into it, then the link will be in the description. It was about 3 months ago when I really got excited about building this skill that was kind of like this business analyst that could look at my funnel traffic, my email traffic, my website, my content, and everything else and tell me what I was overlooking, what I needed to focus on, and guide me in the day-to-day operations of running and operating my business. And if you've seen my previous videos for how I build these workflows and systems, then you know that I put a lot of time and effort into it. And it works really well, but I found out last night that it hasn't been working as good as it could. And so one thing that I started to do was to just simply open up the plugin and start reading through all of the files. And that's something that I've done in the past, but that is very time consuming. And for people like me and you, time is one of the resources that we don't have a lot of. And so if you're still taking that approach, you're probably opening up your skills, you're probably glancing over them, and you're probably just hoping that the AI was smart enough to get it right because you made it simple. But chances are it probably didn't, because I can promise you right now, if I ask you to pull out a pencil or a pen and a napkin and to draw me a quick diagram of the last skill that you built and the order of operations and how it works and the logic flow, you probably can't do it. Albeit if it's a complicated skill, of course not. You're not going to be able to do it. But you should at least be able to show me the general diagram of the skill and what it's supposed to do and how it's supposed to get it done. And if you can't do at least that, imagine how far the AI may have drifted beyond what you actually requested, because I personally believe humans are still smarter. So I think the way that we build skills and plugins and apps and code is completely wrong. And I think vibe prompting is doing more harm than actual good. And you see this in the vibe prompting community, where more and more people are starting to adapt these different terminologies and these different documents and things that people who have actually learned how to code already know how to do. You're starting to see vibe prompters talk about PRD documents and all of these other different items that software engineers and developers have been using for years, because people are starting to realize vibe prompting was a promise that's only good for people who already know how to code. And I don't want to beat this dead horse, but the moment you start using AI beyond your area of expertise, you are immediately at a disadvantage because you don't know what you don't know. And that means you cannot spot the errors. You are not qualified to evaluate what the AI tells you. And unless you have a second independent evaluator who is a subject matter expert, then you're playing the guessing game. And even if you're a subject matter expert, Do you actually have the time to read through all of that documentation to find a single phrase, a single line, a single paragraph that needs to be rewritten and then to continually iterate and test that paragraph? And we're at a place now with skills and plugins that we should not be doing that. We want to save time. If you look at video creators, we never just sit down and record. We typically storyboard or outline the content so we know the flow of it before we say a single word. If you look at app developers, they do the same thing with the screen flow. If you look at home builders, they have a floor plan and blueprints before they even bring the supplies to the land. It doesn't matter where you look in the world, people always have a plan on paper before they start building, and it's a plan that they can look at and visualize. The only people who are trying to operate outside of that natural order are vibe coders and vibe prompters. It's AI builders. And that's why I built this blueprint plugin that's going to be inside of my content engine kit to help you audit your business plugins and audit your business skills so that they can be more efficient and effective and give you better results. And so the idea is this. Number one, you want to tell Claude to draw the plugin before you do anything. And number two, you want to tell Claude what to change in your plugin, your skill, or your workflow based on what you see, not based on what you think it should say. I ran this prompt last night for my business intelligence engine, the business analyst I was telling you about, and Claude immediately flagged so many different things that was wrong with it. Number one, there were no commands, and so Claude didn't know when to actually activate the business analyst, and so it had to search through the skills files to look for commands, and that was hit or miss. Another critical error that it found was my content intelligence report, which is essentially a report that lets the system know, or that documents what type of content is actually working the best and what I need to double down on. Well, come to find out, it wasn't being properly saved to the state manager. The state manager works and it does what it's supposed to do. It keeps track of all of the different changes in GitHub. It's a free connection inside of my Claude account. But this report was not making it over there. And so I kept wondering why, when I would have a conversation with it, it would always start from zero, or it would only have partial data. And there are so many other items that Claude highlighted that need to be repaired. Now, you guys probably don't remember this, but several months ago, OpenAI released their agent builder. And this was simply a visual builder where you can come and drop in nodes and you can set up your own workflows for agents that you built on top of their API. Google Labs introduced something almost identical into Google Gems with Opal. It's another visual builder where we can set up different workflows and different nodes, and we can set up connections. And even though these platforms may seem a little more tedious or require a little more work from you up front, the time they're going to save you on the back end is so worth it. But now that I found all of those errors, I'm preparing to connect my MCP connections. The business analyst is going to have real-time information. It's going to operate with much more efficiency. It's going to cost me less with Opus 4.7, and the results are going to be better because it's going to be operating at its full potential instead of hitting this bottleneck and then causing me to lose time from the content switching, trying to figure out what's wrong with it, reminding it of things that it forgot. And like I said at the beginning of this video, you can copy this transcript, drop it into Claude, and Claude can help you rebuild any of this from the ground up. But if you want to save time and you want to get access to my personal tools, then just check out the link in the description. If you got value out of the video and you plan on building visually first, let me know in the comments and leave a like on the video. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. And as always, take care, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.